Picture this. You've got a YouTube channel and you've finally started getting views, like real views. Maybe you just crossed 10,000 views a month, then 50,000, and then you finally hit that magical 100,000 mark. It feels absolutely incredible, right? Your hard work is finally paying off. But as you're watching those numbers climb, you realize you have one massive looming question in the back of your mind. You're generating all this attention, sure, but you aren't entirely sure how that attention actually translates into a real, sustainable business. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to break down exactly how that works. How do I actually make money from these views? Well, that is the central mystery for almost every beginner creator out there. You hear wild stories of creators making thousands of dollars, and you hear all these buzzwords being thrown around online. But figuring out which monetization method pays the most, and honestly, more importantly, how they actually work under the hood, it can be completely confusing. So let's clear all of that up today. When we talk about making money on YouTube, it really comes down to what we call the big three: AdSense, sponsorships, and affiliate marketing. Let's dive right in and break these down. Pillar 1 is YouTube AdSense. So AdSense is definitely the most famous income stream, but it's often totally misunderstood as some sort of magic money printing button. At its core, you're earning a share of revenue from advertisements displayed around your eligible content. Now notice that keyword there, share. There's no universal fixed rate you get paid. Your earnings are going to vary wildly based on where your viewers are located, what kind of content you make, and how much advertisers are currently demanding to be on your videos. The real beauty of AdSense lies in its passive mechanics. It's pretty much a 1-2-3 process. Step 1, you create a video. Step 2, people watch it and YouTube displays ads. Step 3, you share the revenue that those advertisers paid out to Google. It's fantastic for passive, ongoing monetization because once you're approved, you don't have to go out and negotiate with a single company. You just focus on making great videos, and the automated system handles the rest of the whole shebang. Let's actually put some numbers to this to see what it looks like in practice. Imagine your channel gets 100,000 views in a single month. Now, let's suppose your effective revenue, meaning the money you keep after YouTube takes their cut, works out to an illustrative $3 per 1,000 views. So doing the math here, 100 times $3 leaves you with $300 in monthly ad revenue. That's a great passive income. But to put that into perspective, you need a seriously substantial volume of views to turn that into a full-time living. So what if you don't have hundreds of thousands of views? That brings us to pillar 2, affiliate marketing. This method builds a completely different revenue model where you honestly don't need millions of views. You just need the right viewers. Basically, you're receiving a commission when a viewer clicks your special link and purchases a product. For example, if you review a microphone and drop a link in the description, you get a cut when they buy it. You are capturing an audience that already has a really high intent to purchase. The step-by-step mechanism here is incredibly straightforward. The viewer clicks your trusted affiliate link, they make the purchase from the retailer, and boom, you earn a commission. What makes this a real game changer is that someone searching for best laptop under $1,000 is far more likely to buy something than someone who's just passively watching a funny cat compilation, right? High intent completely changes the math. Let's look at that math as a story. Say you make an affiliate video that only gets 20,000 views. Just 2% of those viewers actually click your link. That's 400 clicks. Now, suppose 5% of those clickers actually buy the product, which gives us 20 purchases. If your commission is $20 per purchase, you just made $400. And this brilliantly illustrates a vital lesson. Think about it. You just beat our 100,000 view AdSense example by making $100 more, but with a fraction of the audience. Views aren't everything. And that leads us to pillar 3, sponsorships. As you build authority in your niche, this becomes an absolutely incredibly powerful lever. A sponsorship is simply when a company pays you directly for an agreed promotional placement. The crucial difference here is that you're completely independent of YouTube's automated system. A brand loves the specific audience you've cultivated, so they cut a deal and pay you directly. Let's imagine your channel has grown to 50,000 subscribers. A company reaches out and wants a simple 60-second promotion in your next upload. You negotiate a direct fee of, say, $500. You publish the video and you get paid. Notice that they didn't pay you a tiny fraction of a cent per view. They paid a flat fee for the placement itself. This is exactly why sponsorships can result in very large payments per deal, assuming your audience is valuable to those brands. Now, let's talk about the subscriber myth, why bigger isn't always better.
We really need to disrupt the somewhat toxic idea that hitting 1 million subscribers is the only way to build a profitable business. Let's pit Channel A against Channel B. Channel A has a massive 1 million subscribers, but actually only pulls in about 10,000 views per video. Channel B only has 50,000 subscribers, but averages 40,000 views. So which one is more valuable to a sponsor? It's Channel B for sure. Vanity metrics just don't tell the whole story. Brands care about who's actually watching and engaging.
And this brings us to the climax of our analysis today. The ultimate currency online isn't views, and it actually isn't subscribers either. It's trust. A smaller, highly focused audience with incredible engagement and trust in your recommendations is infinitely more valuable than a massive, disengaged one. If you promote unrelated garbage just to get a quick paycheck, that trust disappears and your monetization crashes right along with it. You have to protect your trust at all costs.
Let's look at the creator money formula, revenue diversification.
So how do the smartest creators actually build their businesses? Well, they don't just pick one pillar. They use all three. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. Let's go back to our hypothetical tech channel with 100,000 monthly views. Instead of just relying on ads, this creator stacks their income streams. They get $300 from AdSense, $700 from affiliates, and an $800 sponsorship. Suddenly, those exact same 100,000 views generate $1,800. It's the same amount of views, but a completely different, way more sustainable business model.
And once you've built that core audience and really earned their trust, you don't have to stop there. You can scale this diversified playbook even further. You can eventually start adding in things like digital products, exclusive memberships, courses, or specialized services. But the key here is patience. Build the audience first, establish the trust, and then introduce monetization methods that naturally fit your specific content.
So when beginners come to me and ask the ultimate exam question, AdSense, affiliates, or sponsorships, which pays more? I have to tell them they are asking the wrong question. There's no single fixed winner here. The question you should really be obsessing over is this: how valuable is my audience, and how many different ways can I serve them? Because at the end of the day, 100,000 completely random, passing views and 100,000 highly targeted viewers who genuinely trust what you have to say are going to be worth wildly different amounts to your business. So as you go out and build your channel, I want you to ask yourself, are you just chasing the next random click? Or are you actually building an audience that trusts you enough to turn your passion into a real, thriving business?